one, the first one was basically coming to Solution 9 with Nashu and finding Hardboiled. Second one was we found Hildibrand, and we ended up tracking down a Cyclops that was stealing Electro. Third one was we were tracking down a wolf guy who was doing, he was also a thief, was also doing like something with ceruleum tanks and threatened to blow up the train. That's very like, that was very light, but there's definitely a lot more that happened. But basically we're trying to figure out what is going on with this this super evil guy. So there's like a researcher guy or like a scientist, and then there is a like gangster guy who's an Ellison who can turn into a slime. Or something like that. Where is the Donks cord? The Donks cord is here. Oops. All right. We'll tag another episode. So I was hoping you'd drop by. Took a bit of doing, but I was able to widen the crack I made in the storage device and yank out a couple new scraps of data. The first file just so happened to be a record of Carney's procedure. Seems the bastard's soul was poured into one of those clot-type monsters. You got an annoying talent for mimicking shapes and faces, which is exactly what Carney took advantage of when he tricked us with his fake chemica. Hildibrand. Never fear, Inspector Hildibrand is here. The other file I pulled had details on yet another monstrified criminal. Nashu waving. This mook was nabbed for repeated vehicular violations, riding his air-wheeler too fast, making reckless maneuvers, endangering others, that sort of thing. According to the data, he's running around in the body of a cactor now. Judging by what we've seen of the researcher schemes, they've dispatched the prickly speed demon somewhere outside the dome, but where? Rejoice, my good detective, for I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, come bearing the very direction you seek. I have it straight from the mouth of the real Kemka that an ambulatory cactus piloting a flying contraption was supposedly observed streaking through the sky on a southerly bearing. Alas, despite hastening to confirm this sighting, our intrepid sheriff arrived too late to see the needle-covered individual in question. The report was summarily dismissed as fanciful imaginings of inebriated townsfolk. The insistent chirp of veteran instincts nonetheless impelled me to investigate. Thus did my faithful assistant and I venture further south to question the colorful crowds of Tuliodal. Yes. There to find sober witnesses eager to tell of an airborne succulent. They said it was moving at an incredible pace, sat astride a vehicle like the ones the mechanical invaders had ridden. It was last seen zipping past a dirigible before vanishing into the clouds of the south. Alexandria's soldiers ride on air-wheelers, so unless there's another flying cactor out there somewhere, I think we have our man. Good work. I think I know what this looks like, too. It's so funny. Almost too good, in fact. Over there! Is that a new case I spy? Okay, it is him. Hardly had to bait the hook. They're the real deal, alright. Although, come to think of it, I don't know why anyone would bother impersonating either of them to begin with. At least the lead seems solid enough. But if we're serious about catching this guy, we'll need an air-wheeler of our own. Come on. There's a shop nearby that does custom jobs. Custom yobs. Job? Yobs? Any jobbers out there? Any job beans? Any beans with a job? Did he say they do custard jobs? Oh, I could go for a nice bowl of custard. This is the place. I used to be regularly here, but I ain't been back in a while. Let's see if they'll still remember me. That Lala have a goatee? Well, well, look who the wind blew in. Modem, I've come for my steed. The battered old scrap heap. It's been rusting on my garage floor so long I doubt it could manage a slow trot, let alone a gallop. Happy to give it a tune-up if you have credits to burn, but I'll need you to supply some parts. A new high-voltage battery and superconductor coil at a minimum. The chronometer's ticking. I'll see if I can get my hands on a battery, but can I ask you to track down the coil? These soft-boiled dopes won't know a suspension spring from an anti-gravity gimbal, but you, I can trust to find the right part without cracking under the pressure. Got my number, do you? Just telling it like it is. I know a tough egg when I see one. Hard-boiled seems desperate to get his air wheeler up and running, so I'll give you a tip. You want a coil quick like this. Salvaging the rides of defective sentries is your best bet. I'll even lend you this handy gadget to help you out. Set off the distress signal on the west side of Old Alexandria, and you'll soon have some murderous mechanical company dismantle for the parts. I'll take these two with me on the battery hunt. Good luck out there. Blue. The perfect story for watching. Man needs his Hildibrand content. Groby needs his Hildibrand content. Jeez. Where's Gorb Smack? Blue, 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 blue. Blue, 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 blue. Blue, 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 blue. Okay. We'll do these first. That's right. Release the bacon. That's pretty quick. I don't mind like a little quick thing like this. Did I go to the wrong one? Oh, I did go to the wrong one. Oh, I guess it didn't really matter. I could have just peeled the left. Oh, get your hands on a coil. Oh, that should do the trick. Now, where do your mates run off to? Can't be that hard to find a store what sells batteries. Should probably head over to the Nexus arcade and see what's keeping them. they at? I don't know where they are. There's so many people here. Oh, there they are. So, any trouble picking up that coil? Nothing you couldn't handle, I wager. As for the battery, I bought one easily enough. The problem was convincing the inspector and his gal to stick around after he caught a whiff of a tantalizing familiarity. Long story short, they wandered off and haven't come back. Suppose we ought to go look for them, eh? Imagine being a janitor and just see the Warrior of Light using smudge just to make a hella mess of the paints all over the floor. It's magic. It's magic paint. It'll disappear over time. But I mean, if you didn't know that, that would kind of suck. Oh, it's the Lalafell. He's back. Who's this? Oh, it's a zombie. Oh, it's the zombie guys. Is that a corpse? A smiling corpse? Haha! You need fret, detective. This dapper zombie is an old acquaintance of mine. Allow me to introduce myself, good sir. I am a proud member of the Gentle Deadman and disciple of Master Zombiebrand. I have been on the road seeking out new recruits for our merry moldering band. Said search is what brought me here, and into the midst of this unexpected yet most welcome reunion. I don't usually hold with necromancy, but he seems harmless enough. So, we're done catching up. We've got a case to work on. In actual fact, our conversation was almost entirely case adjacent. Employing his nose for festering fellows, this gentle zombie traced the stench of necromantic decay to the very facility in which I once slumbered. Yes, I became fast friends with one of the reanimated researchers there. During the process of getting to know each other, he spoke briefly of the only person left alive after the incident. According to my new carnal chum, all the lab workers perished when an accident resulted in the leakage of a highly toxic substance. All that is, save for a single man who habitually wore a protective gas mask. Keshke is his name. He was second in charge after the overseer himself, yet disdained by his peers and as a condescending know-it-all. They did, however, grudgingly recognize his passion for his work. Even after devoting a full day to official experiments, he would pour his remaining time and energy into some mysterious side project. And he was the sole surviving researcher, you say? Sounds like we finally have a name for our mastermind. Courtesy of the shambling undead, no less. No matter how many years I do this job, well, thanks for that. Glad to be of service. Now, if you'll excuse me, my new recruit and I have a cafe tour planned. So that fellow was an honest-to-God's walking corpse, huh? I've met weird folks in my line of work, but do you always keep company with such oddballs? What I mean. That was out of line. It's just, I reckon there are forces in this world you're better off not messing with. Anyway, let me take these parts back to Monum and get my wheeler repaired. Shouldn't take too long. I'll ride him back here to make sure he's returning smoothly. And you can see the magnificent beast in all his glory. I feel like something's gonna pop off while we're waiting. Our gentle zombie friend was as reanimated as ever. Detective Hardboiled seems somewhat nervous, excited to reclaim his pride and joy, perhaps. There he comes. Holy! Does that thing got a gun on the front? Yeah! Schnazzy, man. Would you look at that? Why is he upset? You need it now? I think you get it from doing the whole entire Hildibrand quest. What do you think so? I call him Night Stallion. It's a custom job built for yours truly. It has far too much horsepower for the average mook to handle. Anti-gravity capabilities are standard, but when it comes to ground speed, he's been tweaked to achieve the highest possible performance. The trick is to install quick heater motor coils. Won't the increased heat compromise the magnetic field's integrity, you ask? Well, that's a valid concern. A hotter drivetrain responds completely differently when you open up the throttle end. What are those goopers doing? You, get those filthy hands off my ride. He's got gloves on, though. I merely thought to enhance your beloved steed with a touch of Salamanderville. So you've had this amazing machine this whole time? Why haven't you been riding it until now? Ah, so fresh-faced and innocent. The spitting image of my assistant. I think he's pretty sick. Look at that little Groby. I'll never forget the day I hung up my spurs. It's right after I'd caught Carnelian. Hildibrand on it. I'd be simmering in thought of vengeance, fit to burst my shell at any moment. He actually looks like such a badass in this. Holy. Is that water on the ground? Does it rain in Solution 9? It might just be dust. Oh, I thought I was gonna shoot him with the gun on the front of his car. Oh, man. Done. That was amazing. They really do love the Akira slide. The big house is too good for the likes of the Crime King. See in hell, your majesty. Should have pulled the trigger when you had the chance. You've gone soft, hard-boiled. Wait, why is Hildibrand in this flashback? This flashback exceeds the legal length. Laced with illicit embellishments, no doubt. That's me too? Wrap it up, gumshoe. I wasn't expecting that. That's actually really funny. To cut to the chase, my assistant was avenged. Slinging the Crime King into the slammer took me off the boil, and riding cold just ain't my style. But now that Carnelian's on the streets again, it's time for me to get back in this saddle. They were saying the Cactor punk flew over Thule whatever, and blew past the dirigible on the way south, right? What kind of territory are we looking at? I'm a knower. Lots of big trees are there. Let's make this Yoctel's dirigible landing our starting point. I'll take Night Stallion and meet you there. What a goober. He needs his own. Oh, Lord. Alright. Wish I had a shiny air-wheeler like the detective. I'd finally be able to keep up with the inspector. Meteorites and meteor wrongs. Right. We shall find our way to the cocktail dirigible landing. See you there. Pretty sure it was Yak Tails, Inspector. Yeah, I gotta get more Aetheryte tickets at some point. I do be using a lot of them lately. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much, but it's just nice to have them. Dude, the one day they give another way to get Aetheryte tickets, I swear. I feel like you should be able to get them from, like, company seals. Or you're broke? I am kind of broke right now. Well, I'm not really broke because all my money is wrapped up in drone modules and wide spectrum 2s. I mean, by like a lot. Like a lot. I'm waiting for their prices to pop up quite a bit. Oh, you made it. Even this jaded old gumshoe had to appreciate the view coming in over the treetops. Anyway, talked to the locals while waiting for you lot to arrive. One fella had seen Mr. Cactor flying down to the lower forest. I'm told the biggest place out that way is a settlement called Mamuk. So that'll be our next destination. Let's head over there, walk the streets, ask some questions, you know the usual. Very good, detective, but what become of your wondrous wheeler? Night Stallion would draw more attention than I'd like. I'll use the autopilot function to call him if we need him, but otherwise, I'll make do with my own 2 feet. But yeah, I'm hoping the wide spectrum 2s go up to like 40k plus, because that would be really nice. And I'm hoping the gray drone modules also go up to like 30 to 40k. And if the green drone modules go up to like 20k, holy. That'd be insane. Though technically, it's still better if I just pop them all and just sell shovels. But the hourage it would take to do that would be insane. Such a dense proliferation of forest giants. I'm reminded of the 12's Wood. Oh, Cora, it's awfully dark here beneath the canopy. That must be Mamuk. Build things different down here, huh? But we ain't got time to admire the architecture. Spread out and find someone who's clapped eyes on that cactor. Actually, I really like this song. I do be liking this music.
Why, yes, I did see an unusual creature riding a strange vehicle through the forest at breakneck speeds. The vehicle's terrible noise is what first drew my attention, followed by the incomprehensible yelling of its pilot. Yet the sight of this posturing man-plant was so absurd I found myself more bemused than frightened.
Okay. You guys are getting the full range of Zoe. Ah, the subject of recent gossip. I crossed paths with the creature myself, and I was indeed awed, but the machine it rode upon was the true wonder. He pulled up alongside me and my weaver, challenged us to a race, then zoomed off with astounding swiftness. If you're planning to catch that fiend, you'll need an equally miraculous mount. We go. We go further. Marilja. Yes, I've encountered the fiend you described. The forest has its share of fantastical creatures, but this one was undeniably out of place. I observed it smashing one of the giant meteorites with a club, then racing away with the broken pieces. Think of that what you will. What are these guys doing? I slipped on the banana peel and almost went tail over tea kettle. Could this have been a devious trap laid by our quarry? Banana peel is almost as sparkly as the inspector was. Oh, the banana peel is right there. Oh, wowie, that thing is shiny. Wow. I didn't see it for a second there. He was just right here. Boom, boom, boo doo 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 doo. So what's the rap? Testimonials I gathered were very much the same. There's a cactor racing around there that that much can be certain. But if he's making stops to bag meteorite fragments, then this ain't no simple joyride. Talk to me, Zoe. Something about those rocks I ought to know? Is there? Do I know anything about these meteorites that I've forgotten over the last, 2 years? Some kind of special etheric radiation, eh? We haven't pieced together Kesh's big plan yet, but he seems real interested in those space stones. Which means we got a good chance of finding his spiky goon by stalking out the spots where the meteorites are. If we nab the cactor, we can make him lead us to the researcher and to Cardinal Inn. When I say us, I mean me and Night Stallion, of course. Once we find him, the rest of you won't be given chase without an air-wheeler. I need no such contrivance. These legs have been conditioned by an intensive chocobo-bearing exercise regimen. Okay. Well, good luck to him. Still think he's a weak-willed punk, but I can't deny that uncanny body of his is made of sterner stuff. So happy. Let's get on with it then. I hear there's a few good-sized meteorites alongside the road that leads out of town. Start at the near end and hope that Mook puts in an appearance. I'll chase them on my surfboard, on my skateboard, on my hoverboard. Who knew meteorites were so big or bumpy? Fancy meeting you here. I, too, deduced that this very well may be the scene of our criminal's next crime. Is that clumsy oaf trying to hide? What are we doing? Where are we dropping? No wheeler riding cactor around here. Let's move. Oh, that idiot inspector took off like he had the case all sewn up, but running fast didn't find him any leads, did it? Here I thought he was onto something. That way, Nashu, I think I may be onto something. Blah, blah, blah. It's almost time to eat. You could endure but a little while longer, Nashu. No, she's hungry. Is that dolt trying to keep out of sight or not? No sign of a mirror either. On to the next meteorite. I detect a hint of criminality. In that direction. Onwards, Nashu. We mustn't let the detective beat us to the punch. Bro, do be getting a bit competitive. What did you do? I completely missed what you just did there. She probably just like stopped and shrugged at me or something. Is she eating a taco? She is eating a taco. What a goober. Oh, he's got a banana. Where did you get this thing? Holy moly. That is a shiny banana. Travel tacos. I say these bananas are really quite good. Banana. I could murder an egg right about now. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my god. Look at that aura on that guy. Look out and stand aside. 1,000 needles in your hide. Make way for the unmatchable, uncatchable Spike. Spike. Why is there fire? Hold, Groby, hold. It's a cactor on a bike. This one looks right for the smashing. Hold it right there. I'm gonna need you to hop off that air wheeler. Oh, you must be the blowhards I was warned about. Think you could give orders to this succulent speedster? My ride is maxed out with black market mods, and there ain't no one faster. Keep up if you can, slowpokes. He just dropped his bat. Bro, you need that thing. That's the way it's gotta be. Challenge accepted. To me, Night Stallion, it's time to burn rubber. Bro, the lighting's kind of goated here. There Hildibrand goes, I'm right behind you. And I'm right behind you, Inspector.
I have people skills. I am good at dealing with
Todd,
people.
thank you for the follow.
Can't you understand that?
Zoe's hoofing it. Yeah. Damn it, the stallion's at full gallop and I'm still trailing. Twould seem you require my assistance after all. What the? You caught up to me on foot? Fine, change of plan. He's got a banana instead of his gun. Where's my damn python? I'll just tweak the weapon's elemental settings like so. With you staring and me providing the thrust, the fiend will soon learn a harsh lesson. Nothing outruns a fired-up mandible man. Oh god. Dude, their combo things are so great. Oh lord. Gah! Are they actually gaining on me? Come on now then, I feel the needle for speed. Right in the walls. Oh, he's cooking him. We did it. Victory is ours. Oh no, the vehicle's falling apart. It's gonna blow. Oh god, it's gonna hit his smile. I can't believe my undefeated record. My legendary win streak is over. And yet, I feel strangely content. That we caught up somehow? I'm ready. Enough. You win. Just hand me over to the coppers and be done with it. So the research forced you to work for him, like you did with the other fiends. That's right. Told me to smash and grab the meteorites from the forest, but not what he wanted them for. All this way to nab some delinquent goon and no leads on Kesh or Carnelian to show for it. Not to mention my beautiful ride getting trashed. That one's on you, Hildibrand. Perhaps we can try running together next time. Oh, if you're looking for Kesh, I know exactly where he's been, waiting for my meteorite delivery over by the cliffs southwest of here. Why'd you say so sooner? I bet Carnelian is there with him. He won't escape me this time. I leave this criminal character in your custody. Fiendish appearance aside, 'tis a man's soul within, so please treat him accordingly. Now, let us follow the detective to these cliffs, shall we? I must ensure these villains are served a gentleman's justice. Where are we going? Oh my god. That is a distance. A little teleportation jutsu. Oh, damn it. Oh, the Lalafell came with us again. Full belly, happy heart.
Reporting to duty, sir!
May, thank you very much for giving a sub to Canada Duke. Welcome in. Thank you, gamer. Appreciate it. Do you smell it? The scent of criminality in the air. Shh. I can hear them just up ahead. Let me get the drop on them before we all go barging in. Oh, look at that thing. That's a pretty cool car.
He's late. He must assume something went wrong. These meteorites will provide the perfect energy source, and I would prefer to harvest the surplus. But it's too great a risk to linger here.
Everybody stay calm! What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
May, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub too. Fresh subber, fresh gifted sub. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your unicorn. Freeze, mage. You so much as twitch your lips and I'll light you up.
No, I've worked too hard to give up now.
Oh god, the Gorbo. He's getting away. It'll keep. I've got the one I want. But don't think I'm taking you in just so you can escape again. Never again. Murder is not the answer, detective. Goob? No, he ate him! Where did Carnelian go? Oh god, his god. No! That's even worse. You almost had me. Not for this bumbling fool you tolerate soft as ever. Bro, he just returned. Uh-oh. It's storming. You and me are done, Hildibrand. Stay out of my way. But that guy was, the Elzen was a crime boss who killed Hardboiled's assistant. My recent inadequacies as an inspector appear to have earned the detective's ire. It's you he turned to for assistance with this case, so it's only fitting that you remain at his side for the duration. Meanwhile, Nashu and I shall persist with our independent inquiries. Hildibrand always saves the day. Sorry for the sudden exit back there, but that yoke for brains had me steaming. Bro only wants to help. That's the problem. His help ain't nothing but a hindrance. They're just sneaking. For the love of... I see you skulking over there, soft-boiled. Isn't this a delightful spot for serendipity? We were simply following the villain's trail, and look how we've all run into each other, completely by chance. No! He's upset. Well, we were only passing through after all. We shall apprehend that masked mastermind with our own tried and true methodology. You shall see. Zoe, I want you on the case with me from here on out. When it comes to a proper guide beyond the dome, as well as being tougher than yours truly, no one else fits the bill. You might need to cool your heels for a bit while I work on salvaging more data, but Hardboiled always gets his files in the end. See you around. Do I do the last one right now, or do I do it tomorrow after our event? Because I think the last one's coming up. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Tomorrow? Feeling a bit tomorrow, too.
At long last, my scheme is come to fruition. No longer must I endure the company of incompetent colleagues. All is in readiness. The replication of my brilliant mind is at hand. Never again will I be known as the colloquial corpus second best. My name shall ring across the lands, carried far and wide by an army of unrivaled geniuses. Something amusing?
Oh, just the fact that you repaired a device capable of miracles. Yet your plans for it are so very banal.
You dare mock me?
I saw this coming. No! Bane! What a bore he was. Now to realize a dream worthy of this marvelous technology. It's Poo-Poo's ship! I was wondering where Poo-Poo's stuff went. Where's the sound? Detective Hardboiled, they call me. Cool and tough as a cucumber wrapped in old leather. I'm a man who prefers his own company. Today's egg was overdone. Let the pot boil and a match to my mood. The little goober. They say you can't make a cracked shell whole again. Maybe it's time I smashed it completely. Oh, those are some troubling thoughts. Can anyone save Detective Hardboiled from himself? I bet the inspector can. With us on the case, a happy ending is never far away. She has the wave! Oh my god, she's got the Heroth wave! Wait a second. Wait a second. What if, and hear me out, what if in Evercold, we can augment our animations for like things like our waves and stuff? Because they're already gonna let us augment the animations of our skills. What if we can have different racial goodbyes and hellos? Easily would be amazing. You can't make Nashu do the Heroth goodbye wave and not have me think about that potentially. Dude, I'll fucking lose it. Alright. We'll save this one for tomorrow. We'll save this one for tomorrow. It was pretty good. It was like, I felt like it was a shorter one this time. I mean, it was about the same length, but it didn't feel like as like choppy as like the other ones felt. Felt very like direct. I like the scenes. Maybe it's because they like, I think they backloaded the animation of that one. Good night, so. Good night watching. Do you have got work? You got some work skis watching? Can give you flossing in the 6-7 animation. I don't know if they're gonna give us those. I feel like Japanese culture really doesn't buy into the American brain rot memes as much. Like sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I think it would be, I would assume if they got anything, they would get like an Uma Musume collab and get like the dance from like Uma. Weekends? What about the weekends? What about that tweekend? All right. I mean, it's 10:44. The only other thing that I would want to do maybe is like, I mean, we could go play Pokemon Champions for a little bit, but I mean, it's already almost 11. Well, let me at least go over what's gonna happen tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll probably start around like 5:30, 6 o'clock. I'll try to like not start like 10 minutes after 6 again. It's just because I've been like waking up weird. We do have that new YouTube video if you guys have a chance to check it out. Our event will start at 7:30 p.m. EST tomorrow. Technically, people should start getting there around 7 to 7:15, just so we can kind of get a head count of what's going on. The first round will be a color round that I've already decided. The second round will be a wheel spin, most likely, depending on how many people are there. If there's a shit ton of people there, then maybe not. The third round will be the One Piece round. The fourth round will be a special round that you need your summer outfit for. And the fifth round will be a finale round. Okay? It'll be a finale goober round that I already have planned. So the only thing that wouldn't be planned is one wheel spin for a theme. All right? Everything else is already kind of decided. And it'll be on the boat. It'll be on the boat again. It will be on the VIP area because that was way, way better for doing stuff. I felt like we actually had like a nice stage there. Other than that, I think the boat goes away on the 25th or something, or the I don't know if it goes away by the 26th, but I mean, if it's still there on the 26th, we might use it one more time. Potentially. Potentially. Yeah. I think we'll just wrap up. I'm okay with that. I feel like we got some nice stuff in today. We yapped for a while. We'll probably... So I'm probably going to be taking off Sunday unless I do gotcha taxes or something else. So after Saturday, our next stream probably on Monday. On Monday... Oh yeah, and then after our event tomorrow, I'll probably do the last bit of Hildibrand. But so if our next stream after our event tomorrow is Monday, then I'll probably do glamour checking, and we'll probably do some like actual things. I might not do as much yap on Monday.